Hello everyone, this is Crusher Bake, and, yeah, I'll just address the elephant in the room. Things might look a little bit different around here. My computer monitor broke. Like, stopped working, broke. So yeah, that's great. I'm currently using a backup monitor, so I'm still able to record stuff. I also tried recording an episode, never turned on my mic, so a bit of footage was lost, but not a lot, just like 15 minutes. Big thing is, with these crucibles, I replaced the lava with these Yellorium. Couldn't say that. Yellorium blocks, and I crafted up a couple of the thermal expansion machines. Going to get a machine room up and running today. Yeah, there's Yellorium blocks under here and here, providing power. I upgraded the magmatic dynamo over here. How much power is he producing right now? A maximum 600 RF per tick, but I think these are all full. So this guy probably doesn't need to do anything, right? Yeah. So I stuck that resonant conversion kit on that guy, and I think I wanted to stick the other one on that energy cell I made. So yeah, I started making a room back over here, stuck the energy cell. This is gonna be the thermal expansion machine room until we can get the stuff necessary for the Ender IO machines to stick in there as well. Anyways, that's that. Yeah, playing around with a couple things here. There's I made the flux anodizers augment for this redstone furnace, so I could just stick in these things over here. Yeah, let me go craft them up. So you just stick them in here, and now I get double. Although it is very slow, but that's to be expected when it's just one augment. So yeah, that just doubles my ores for me right now, so I don't have to go through the Tinker Smelter if I don't want to. Eventually we'll speed this up. Eventually we're going to get, like, Mechanism 5 times ore processing going, but until then, this is what we're doing. Anyways, I'm going to go get a couple more things together, and then we'll go check out the machine room. Be right back. Okay, we got our thermal machines going. From left to right over here, or right to left, we have the energy cell powered by an Ashley Additions coal generator. I'm using that coal coke we made. Redstone furnace, pulverizer, induction smelter, compactor, energetic infuser, fluid transposer, and magma crucible. We're also going to go for the sawmill and the phytogenic insolinator. I think that's how you pronounce that. I applied the resonant upgrade kit to the energy cell so that we can have a buffer of power when we get infinite power generation going. But that's going to take a little while. The next big thing I really want to do today is to finish, well not finish, but progress with this thing over here. Because right now this is a big old mess. I replaced the cryo-stabilized flux ducts with just regular leadstone ones, because this isn't going to produce more than 600 per tick anyways. This is where the other resonant upgrade kit went. I also gave it a full amount of auxiliary transmission coils. Because we can produce lava for free, this is effectively free power. At a pretty high rate, too. So yeah, this has been running constantly, and this is our bounty so far. It's not bad, but currently we're mainly sieving just some gravel or dust, depending on how this thing produces it. And it's a pretty slow speed, this crusher. It takes 10 seconds to produce one thing, and then this thing to sieve it. So we're going to speed that up a bit. The plan is to have a system where it's constantly sieving gravel, sand, and dust. And maybe we'll add in a thing for crushed netherrack, endstone, and soul sand as well later on, so we want to leave room for that. Then we want to compact it. We don't just want to have a chest fill up with this stuff. We want to compact this stuff automatically smelt that with ore doubling or ore tripling when the time comes. From what I can see with Mechanism, after a certain point, like the effort required to set up 4 and 5 times ore processing might be greater than the rewards of getting 5 times ore. So I'll try and set it up for the sake of setting it up. I've never done it before. I've only ever gone up to 3 times ore processing. And yeah, if we end up having to deal with like a rare ore like Draconium, for example, although I don't think that's going to really be an issue in this pack, but in case we run into something like that, we'll have it available to quintuple the ore. The other thing I want to point out is this thing has been running non-stop, and we have almost a stack of redstone blocks. Just, yeah, it's great. So yeah, this is still really good. I love that it doesn't produce the seeds anymore, because those would fill up the buffers, and there was no real easy way to take care of them, short of just trashing them. Which, you know, like, the seed reprocessor from the mod is really slow. It was meant in case you accidentally made one more than you needed or whatever, or I'm not sure why they built it the way it is. Point is, it's not instant, and that thing was really efficient back in, like, Sky Factory 3. Anyways, I'm going to go tinker around with this a bit off camera, try and get a good design going with some more auto sieves, and probably switch out the crusher for an auto hammer, because it's not great. Anyways, I'll go do that now. See you there. Okay, so here's the system I think we're going to go for. These are the 6 different types of things that you normally sieve. Endstone, crushed endstone, soul sand, crushed netherrack, gravel sand, dust. For these 3 over here, we're going to want to constantly be sieving these, because this is where our resources are going to come from until we get like mystical crops or use EMC for it, which is still a fair ways off. So with these 3 over here, we're going to have a system like set into this wall over here that will just manually produce cobblestone with the generator, run it through a bunch of sag mills and auto hammers, and produce these 3. Then it will try and run these through here. However, we'll also put these over here, and all 6 of these will be trying to push round robin into these sieves over here. Hopefully we should get a fairly even distribution and nothing gets stuck in there waiting for other stuff to finish sieving. I'll probably have to tweak it a bunch off camera, but for now this system should work. I just wanted the general idea for it. So I'm going to go build the auto creation for the gravel sanded dust right now. Be right back. So I did it again. Something I try to avoid with my series is progressing too much off camera. I felt a little bad about doing it earlier with the thermal machines, and now I built this monstrosity and realized I wasn't really talking while I was recording, so it's bad footage. Let me explain it, though. So, cobblestone generator tier 2, right? It's feeding directly into this drawer here. This is where all the magic happens. That's a crucible with a yellorium block, the cobblestone goes to it, lava is pumped out of it, into the maxed out magmatic dynamo, into the energy cell. Let me get some torches over there before we have a creeper. That's filling up this hardened energy cell right now. Currently, actually, are any of these running? No. Currently actually losing power on this. I think I need to go move the other crucible over here. I did leave myself some room to do that, though. In fact, I think the crucibles can go all the way under here and be completely fine, because they only need that 2-block space. But anyway, do that later. Right now we are losing some power, though. So then, the cobblestone goes into these 3 auto hammers over here. One of them converts it to gravel, it goes over there, into this drawer over here. The other 2 will send it into here and here, where it gets turned into sand. So this one and this one send it here and here respectively. This one sends it to the drawers. This one over here sends it over here to turn into dust. So we get cobblestone, dust, and sand, all pretty much automatically now, just for cobblestone, which is free. Power, which is free. I was experimenting. These hammers, because it's using the hammer drop table, make dirt, and you can't hammer dirt with the auto hammer into sand, into dust. Otherwise I would have just added an extra step for that, but nope. So I don't know why that is. It just is. So from there, this is the part I haven't done yet. We have to figure out a way to get this into here in a nice round-robin fashion where everything is taken care of. And I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do that. So yeah, I'm going to go move over this thing now, the remaining crucible. I also tried tinkering around with the mechanism crusher. I made some mechanism machines, as you might be able to tell, but I couldn't really get it working the way I wanted. It's too loud, too. Oh yeah, I don't know if I showed this on camera or not. It was hooked up to the power, but it's going to rapidly start draining. I built a cobblestone compressor thingy over here, and in fact, it's time to add on the next recipe. So what you do is you just put a cobblestone generator under it. Now it's doing that. Set this to internal, click apply. Now it's going to know how to make quintuple, then sextuple, septuple, and then for the octuple one you tell it to push out and boom. Just let it run, give it power, it's good. I'm actually going to pick that up and move it over there once I move the crucible. Anyways, I'm going to go do that I'm going to go do that now. Be right back. Alright, I made some electrical steel. You can do it in the induction smelter with some steel and silicone. I made the steel to try and make the mechanism machines. Like I said, I did some progress. I don't know, do people want to see this kind of stuff? Like, darn. I normally wouldn't, want to see that stuff, but I don't know if other people do. Extract, always active. This guy here doesn't need it. Down over here, just insert. So yeah, I didn't want to show this part off because I find these types of things usually boring. I prefer people just do a quick overview once they're done with them, which is what I'm trying to do over here. But maybe other people don't. Let me know what you prefer. Do you prefer if the YouTuber you're watching shows you as he builds it, or do you prefer when they just build it and then show you after? Alright. Anyways, made a getter wrench so I can finally use my conduits properly, in addition with that conduit probe that's around here somewhere. For some reason, searching... Oh, wait, it's working now. Okay, so there's no conduit probe here. I was having an issue with the search function wasn't working, so I've been trying to rely without that, but now it seems to work again. Eh. Anyways, I'm gonna go see if I can quickly work something out with the sieving system, then I think we'll call it an episode. You know what? Forget the sieving. We're gonna do that a different day. I got something else I want to do. So, I want to get a quest done. Specific quest, this guy and this guy over here, because I want to unlock these new dimensions here. So this guy here takes blaze rods. Not blaze powder, blaze rods. Or rods. Rod. So you can make it with blaze essence. I think there's a compressor recipe from IC2. Yeah, so you can absolutely compress it via the blaze powder. Some blaze immediately. However, the nether kind of sucks, right? So we're going to try and make it less sucky with a jetpack. I think we can get the leadstone or even the hardened jetpack going, so I'm going to go start crafting up some of the things necessary, and we'll be right back. Just want to quickly show this off. I expanded our storage a little bit because it was filling up. Is filling up. I don't know what I'm going to do with these name tags. I think we might just void them. Infinity boosters are cool, I guess. I don't know what they do yet. I know they're for the wireless crafting terminal. Anyways, what was the reason I went down there in the first place? Oh, yeah. So it turns out in this pack, there is a thing you can do with rotten flesh to get leather, which we need for the jetpack. So I'm going to go take care of that now, and I'll be right back. So it looks like our days of manually sieving are not quite over yet. It's just easier for me because, for some reason, lead is easier to obtain when it's in iron. When you sieve it with an iron mesh versus a diamond mesh, so I'm going to go sieve up a bunch of gravel, because that's how you get lead. Because I need lead for the leadstone jetpack. I actually ran out. I have only 5 ingots. And I'll be right back. So I believe I have found the answer to all life problems. Or at least the problems we're having getting the lead. So this thing, right? You can grow the thing, or the phytogenic insolulator. Insolator. I'm gonna continuously mispronounce it, and I'm sorry for that. Just give this thing water, power, phytogrow, plus the seeds, and it will grow them and give the seeds back. It's as bad as the garden clutches were back in Sky Factory. Obviously, fluxed phytogrow is the best, but for right now, let's just look at making the machine itself. So the big issue is lumium. Lumium is an alloy between tin, silver, and glowstone. So how do you get the glowstone? Well, you need a magma crucible. You gotta then take your glowstone. We'll just do a whole bunch of it, because why not? And it's gonna take its time, isn't it? Yeah. So the glowstone's gonna melt into liquid glowstone, pop into the fluid transposer, which is set to automatically push it into that tank over there. And we're gonna use the tank for crafting. Then you just gotta pulverize some silver and tin. I'm gonna pulverize 2 silver and 6 tin ingots for the ratio. And alright. Got the lumium. We should only need... We already have the gear working dye augment for this, so we should only need 1 gear to make the phytogenic insolulator. And that should be just about everything it needs. By now the machine has... the clutch has already made all the lead I'll need, but this is something to do in the meantime, right? Machine frame. Alright, I gotta do a couple more things. I'll be right back with the... Okay, here it is. The phytogenic insulator? Phytogenic insulator? I don't know. These things have some weird names, but I'm also really bad at naming things, like reading a word and saying it how it's supposed to be pronounced. Alrighty then, let's go craft that jetpack, actually. I believe I have all the stuff I need. Jetpack. I hate cutting constantly if I don't need to. Didn't I get those? Oh, I must have used them up. Yeah, no, if your storage system is a mess early game, you're going to have a bad time. It was so worth it for me to take the 15 minutes it took to get this all organized. Because, boom, look at that. We have a jetpack. So, simply jetpacks, right? And it's a really cool jetpack system, I feel. I feel like it's also quite balanced, because these things chew through power. And the lower tier ones aren't very good, but it's good for short-term flight. And the better ones do get pretty powerful, especially. But they're expensive. And, you know, like, it scales up well, I feel. the goal of the game isn't to be balanced, it's to have fun, right? And everyone's idea of fun is different. So some people like having basic creative mode, they'll play with Project D. Other people like having to work for their stuff, they'll play GregTech. And most of us have a nice little happy medium somewhere in between, where we like to have some effort so that it feels good. Like, we want to have some effort involved in acquiring something so that it feels worth it, but not so much that it makes us want to break the keyboard. And it can be hard to achieve that balance, especially in modded when you've got like 200 different mods, all with their own idea of what balance is supposed to be. It can be crazy, I'd imagine. Anyways, jetpack's done. Let's maybe go take a quick trip over to the Nether, because I wanted to go see if we could find a fortress, because we only really poked our heads in once. Finally relighting it after that disastrous wither fight. Alright, looks like we found ourselves a fortress. Do I want to stick this on? The trick is, in case I get knocked off, then I have the jetpack to escape, right? So here, let's not go in dumb. Although we were actually kind of dumb already. We didn't keep our shield with us either. I just want some blaze rods. Piece of cake. A terrible fortress. We're gonna keep this spawner around, obviously. And I hit a pigman. That's fine. We'll be fine. Yep. Everything is going to be okay. I'm currently fine with the events that are transpiring. Oh my goodness. Why did we... We did not prepare for this. You know what? I found the fortress. I'm going to... Do I even have a bow with me? I don't. I'm gonna head back. Anyways, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you again in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.